died.
I'm still trying to fight the fisherman in the hotel.
Oh my god, that's the first time that's ever happened. Stay Puft stepped on me. Okay, you might have a chance to catch up now.
Oh no, I forgot how to...
Oh good, it's right. It's just here.
Authorities are doing everything.
There we go.
It's damaged.
But,
we won't stand a chance.
this year, I don't know if anybody watched the Sun Bowl this year, but it was amazing because El Paso got snow.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of snow during the game.
Uh-huh.
And the Miami players were like looking at their hands and looking at the snow. They're like, "What's going on? This is supposed to be the Sun Bowl." And, but of course, when the game started, it was like 50 degrees.
Yeah, the irony of it all.
Keep away from those feet.
Okay, so I've just finished the hotel mission, Pat.
Shoot. Okay, well you have a chance to catch up, so I can't let you. Right now I'm fighting Stay Puft in Times Square, which is possibly the coolest thing I've ever said in my entire life. But
Boson darts should do the trick.
oh crap. Oh, I can't believe I died. Oh, you're gonna catch up.
Nice boson. That really dinged him.
So we should have like a prize for whoever beats the game first in this series here.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good idea for the next game we play. Since this time I'm playing on the Xbox and you're playing on
The Steam?
Steam. But I mean, for all anyone knows, I'm just saying where I'm at.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh.
But the next time, I think the next game we decide to play against each other, so to speak, we can both record what we're doing because I'll play on the
Steam.
On Steam.
Or I could play on Xbox if I got a better capture card.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I didn't think about that. I need to get a capture card.
They're not that expensive anymore. I was actually looking at them on Amazon. It's a good price. Dan's got a really good one.
Esco Londis. Okay.
One thing about this game that kind of ticked me off is that you never get to drive Ecto 1. That's kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Well, this game, I forgot how incredibly difficult it is.
It can be. Are you playing on casual or are you playing on expert?
Expert.
Aw, Tip, don't even. You are not playing on expert.
Yes, I am. Why do you think it took me 3 weeks to get through the hotel?
Well, then I'm playing on expert as well, of course. On super expert, I'm on hero mode. Like Zelda, where you beat the game and you get to start the game over and it's even harder, but this time it doesn't wipe out your data.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about that with Skyward Sword and Zelda?
No, but I have a similar story, and it goes back to the original Legend of Zelda.
Okay, let me tell mine first, and then you go.
Okay.
Just real quick. Basically, this is just a warning more than a story. I beat Skyward Sword, I got all these special items, I got the Hylian Shield, I was so happy. Then you beat the game, and it tells you, hey, you did a really great job, you want to start on hero mode. I was like, well, okay, I'm a hero, I should start in hero mode. So I start hero mode, erases all of my save game, and starts me over on the same file, but now the game's harder, and I lost everything. I was so mad. It was just unbelievably horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my story. So if you're playing Skyward Sword, please be aware of that before you lose everything like I did, like a dummy. All right, Tip, what's your original?
Oh, so I was playing the original Zelda. It was me, my cousin, and Chase, and I was taking it, or we had gotten like really far. I think the farthest I had ever been at the time, and it got to the point where, you know, my dad's like, oh, you guys gotta go to bed. It's 2 a.m., you're 8 years old, go to bed. He was completely in the right. So we went and we saved everything on the game. And we were so close to being done. And then we woke up the next morning and I turned it on, and it had erased the save.
Didn't find what he was looking for on the bottom floors.
That's what always happened with those original game systems, is that even if you save 3-4 times, there's always a chance that something went wrong.
And of course, what do? I blame Chase.
I would too.
It's like, what did you do, man?
Well, I mean, it is usually Chase's fault, so I'm not gonna point fingers. No, it's not usually Chase's fault. First, it's Julian's fault, then it's Chase's fault.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I think growing up playing games, and not like kids now where they, oh, I grew up with the PS1. Look how.
I think you kind of dated us just right then. I grew up with the PS1. I don't think kids play PS1.
You know you're fine.
I think they're Googling. It's like PS1.
What was the first one? Is it like Xbox One? Did they announce a new PlayStation?
Yeah, and
You kids.
but like, oh look, the game was on a CD. Well, you know what? I remember when a game was on a floppy disk.
And I remember when a game cost you 25 cents. You put it into the slot, and then the window went up, and there was a woman, and then you just had some. Never mind. Grandpa, that wasn't a video game. Grandpa, please.
That was a different type of arcade, Grandpa.
That's right. I'm gonna get a little sippy sip of some water here. But oh
That's what
man,
they call
Keep
it.
an eye out.
I remember. Okay, we're playing Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like we should tell some of our crazy ghost stories of things that happened to us when we were younger.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any off the top of your head that you remember? Because unfortunately, I have an encyclopedia of ghost stories in my head.
Yes. And I think most of mine have to do with you.
Uh-oh. Because the ghosts follow me.
Uh-oh. No sudden
I
movements.
only one that's popping in my head right now isn't one that I personally experienced. It's just like rumors. I'm sure every school had them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we went to a school in El Paso called Eastwood,
Oh, yeah.
and it had all its little stupid ghost stories. Like, one of them is if you went into this this area. I think it was the old band room. Used to be like in this basement,
Oh, yeah.
and you could clap or yell something, and you would hear someone yell back "Trooper Pride," which was what the band was supposed to yell.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember that one. Never experienced it. I also remember that there was the story that at night, the big statue of the wooden Sarge
Mm-hmm.
would come to life and make enchiladas in the chemistry room.
I kind of remember that story a little bit differently. I don't remember him making enchiladas.
Stay Puft is working overtime.
But I remember stories of the Sarge like being moved and like him being found outside of his case and nobody knowing why.
Because he was making enchiladas. Maybe that may be something that I just added because I like enchiladas.
Egon and I were talking
I
about
mean,
creating minions to get more work done in the lab.
Not beyond the realm
Could
of
be
possibilities
No,
there.
never, of course.
Actually, I do have a ghost story.
Oh, let's hear it.
So one year for Halloween, I was hanging out with Julian, and his mom took us on this ghost tour of El Paso.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, it was a big, damn, I died.
Tip, no, please.
Good shooting.
There was this big thing where we visited all the haunted sites in El Paso and Juarez.
Oh, you went to Juarez too?
Yeah, and it was a tour, like you paid to go on it, and they took you on one of the trolleys, and so you went to all these different sites. And they said, oh, you could see ghosts here at this cemetery from Buffalo Soldiers, or here at the Chinese cemetery, and this is why. And they gave you like backstories and MacGuffin home and stuff like that. Well, one of them was we were at this school that apparently had been built on a burial ground during the Mexican Revolution. Like, the revolutionaries would bury dead soldiers there
Yeah.
after they won a battle, and then the soldiers would bury dead revolutionaries there when they won a
Bring him
battle.
up here.
And it was like just 3 or 4 times
You are required at the site.
the group, like, people had been buried at this site.
Yeah.
And we were looking in that school like, oh, maybe we'll see something. And I remember seeing these 2 orbs like just running floating. I mean, they were just orbs, green orbs. And think, oh man, did you see that? And Julian started looking, and then other people on the floor started looking, and then the orbs started running towards, or coming towards us. And we're looking in from the outside into this building through a broken window, and these orbs just come really, really fast, and they jump out and scare everybody. It was a damn cat.
No. Isn't that usually what it is? It's always something practical and lame.
Yeah. But it doesn't make it any less cool.
I guess that's true.
I mean, that's an experience. Again, how many people could say they went on an international ghost tour?
That's true. Well, Ghost Hunters International, I think, would be able to maybe claim
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, and this is gonna sound really nerdy, and I'm sure if you were ever in marching band, you've heard this story of the haunted bus that would follow you back from a football game.
You're fine. You didn't.
And it would drive right behind you, but you could never see the driver, and you could never see the inside of the bus. And it would always, right before you got back to the school, it would always take a turn. And you thought the bus was a part of your school, but you knew all the band was inside your bus. So who the heck was in that bus? And sure enough, a couple of times that would happen. And it wasn't until I got older I started reasoning, oh, that's the other school. They were following us outside of the game. They're following us outside of the game.
Okay, Slugger, let's
And
really do this fucking quiet before Tubby
they would
Soft
go a different
Squeeze
direction
out
because
there
they went
figures
to
out
another
what we're
school.
up
So that made a lot of sense.
I think Tubby
Yep.
Soft Squeeze has
But
the
I
dog
bought
ears,
that.
right?
I thought it was great.
Yeah, and I mean, I liked the local folklore of just different haunted things throughout the area where we grew up.
Well, it was a good
And I'm sure other areas, well,
Let's think.
I know
What
for a
did
fact
people
that
do
other
before
areas
school?
have their folklore
Banners
and
or just jumping
ghost
on
stories, and
We go up there to the
but
roof.
some of the ones that I really liked in El Paso was like there's this area called Thunderbird Hill.
Oh, Coronado?
Move, move.
Okay.
Yeah, it's around there.
Okay.
Where you can put like talcum powder on your car.
Oh, yeah, Gravity Hill.
Gravity Hill, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know why I call it Thunderbird Hill, but and it'll push the car up.
Right.
And just stuff like that. I never actually tried it, but I always wanted to. But of course, I didn't drive, so.
No, and
And now that I do drive, I couldn't tell you what hill it is or where it's at, so I can't go try it now.
I do remember the story of Gravity Hill, and I think actually there's a lot of Gravity Hills in the country,
Yeah.
but we actually have one of them here. And I've always had a theory about Gravity Hill, because the idea was you go on this hill where a bus crashed, and it was like full of students or whatever, and so they died, but they see you struggling on the same hill. No, they push you off a railroad tracks, right?
Yeah, but there's no railroad tracks at that hill.
Yeah, and that's the more common one. But you're supposed to put flour on the back of your trunk, yeah, and then you put the car in neutral, and the car starts moving forward on its own. And when you get out and you look at the trunk of the car, there's fingerprints on the back. So I have a theory about this, and I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure. For anybody who's ever claimed this or believed it, it's because when you put the flour on the trunk of your car, you've always opened your trunk using what? Your fingers.
Oh man, I didn't even ever think of that.
So when you put the powder on, you're basically seeing your fingerprints, like your old fingerprints, which look smaller,
Yeah.
and that's what you're seeing, you know?
Well, Pat, destroying myths one step at a time.
That's it, please. I'm a Mythbuster / Ghostbuster, non-copyright exclusive, of course.
Yeah.
But that was always my theory about that is.
I never even thought about that. Never in my life did I think about that.
Well, I tend to overthink things, so.
So do I, but my mind doesn't go down that.
You focus on important things like good life choices that land you very profitable careers.
No, well, see, sometimes those choices,
There you go.
they don't work out. And you enter an industry, and then the main driver of that industry takes a financial dump.
A financial detour.
Exactly. And now you're sitting there going, huh, maybe I shouldn't have made this choice. And that's life.
Well, I mean, we all kind of get to that point, right? Where it's like, do I really want to work here? Do I really want to... Is this really what I want to do? Except for whited ass score, of course.
Oh, I love white.
I love whited ass score. Sometimes I whited ask myself. Lots of questions. I'm just kidding. I love it. Dan, please, don't hurt us. Shiva, please. Fuzz, no. But, yeah, I mean, we all kind of make those, like, financial detours, I guess you could say.
Well, it's not a fun. It's just sitting there thinking like, well, what did I do? Why did I make this decision?
Yeah. Well, isn't that all of life, really? Is why did I make this decision? And you never really find out till, like, it's retrospect.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I never really talked about my ghost stories. Doggone it.
No, you didn't.
I got caught up with fighting Stay Puft. That's why. Oh.
And then we started talking about ghost stories that already existed, and
Well, okay. Here's my ghost stories, because I had told my friends and my family that ever since I was little, I believed that there were spirits inside of my parents' house. And for the longest time, they would always be like, "No, Patrick, you're full of baloney. That's full of crap and this and whatever." Well, the story that I always go to whenever this is an issue is the one where when my parents, or when I was little, whoa, crap, Stay Puft, no, please, why? I was,
did ask for it.
yeah. And,
That's how you do it.
and basically what would happen is my mom and my brother would hide in closets and rooms with the lights out, and whenever I would walk into the room, they would jump out of the closet and be like, you know, they would scream, they would scare me or whatever. And I'd be like, okay, I expect this from my brother, because that's a brother's thing to do, but my mom, that's not cool, right?
That's really fun.
Yeah, well, she had a great old time, and they were cracking up all the time. I was like, fine. Well, anyway, one day I had gone upstairs, lights were off, I was going to my room, and the lights were off in my brother's room down the hall. And I was like, oh, okay, damn it, what the heck? And then I hear from that room my name. I hear Pat, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, they're over there. They're gonna do this thing again. And I'm getting all mad, like, guys, you need to cut this out. Why are you scaring me? I don't like it. And I walk over there, and I'm like, guys, please come out. Nothing. Like, guys, I know you're in here. Please, you know, give it up. This is getting old. Nothing. And then finally, I hear from downstairs my mom saying, "Are you talking to somebody?" And I'm like, "Oh crap!" And sure enough, I turn on the lights in the room. There's nobody in the room. But I know I heard somebody call my name. So I leave the room. I go downstairs, and I realize that everybody's downstairs. Well, anyway, that's just one of the experiences. Another time, I'm upstairs, and then I hear like I go into my brother Jonathan's room, and I hear a growl. And I thought, once again, somebody's being a trickster, somebody's just screwing around. And there was nobody in there that time. But that time was pretty bad because I actually jumped, and my parents heard me, and it was like really late at night. So they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm fine, I'm going crazy, I think. And this was when I was like 12, 11 years old. And the final one in the coffin, the one that really, really freaked out, because my brothers were always giving me crap like, "Oh no, Patrick, that's crap, you're making it up, you're just having bad dreams or whatever." Like, no, I'm not. The one that finally got them to understand what I was trying to tell them was when I used to play Final Fantasy 11, and so did Johnny. And so I'd be playing in my room outside, like, not outside, but like in my room, but I could see outside into the hallway, and there was a mirror there that showed the staircase.
Yeah.
And one day, like, our mom usually used to come up there and be like, "Okay, good night, guys, go to bed, you know, it's late, whatever." Well, one day I heard someone coming up the stairs, and I saw in the reflection of the mirror a white figure, like in a white dress, like a nightgown sort of thing. I thought it was my mom coming up the stairs. So I was like, okay, well, here comes our mom to say good night and whatever. Well, John, whenever somebody comes up the stairs being dumb, he always goes, "Who goes there?" So John goes, "Who goes there?" And there was nobody there. And we both heard somebody coming up the stairs. I saw somebody coming up the stairs, and there was nobody there. And it freaked us. Well, it freaked me out. Johnny's like, "Oh no, well, I mean, despite the fact I have, a story that now proves that everything you're saying is true."
It was just you tricking me.
Yeah, Pat, you're still crazy. You're watching too many Ghostbusters. No.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so and to this day, I firmly believe that my parents' house possesses spirits.
It might. And I think what's really funny about that house is before you and your brother moved there, my sister's friend lived there.
No way, really?
Yeah, her name was Vivian, I think.
Nice.
My older sister.
Did she marry some guy named Uncle Phil and then they moved to Bel Air?
We're prepared to capture Stay Puft.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
But,
He's that
so like,
puddle you're driving through?
I remember my mom asking if you guys were related the first time I went to your house.
Huh.
I was like, oh, no. Well, I don't think so. I think it's just the boys.
She's clean.
I don't ever know what happened to my sister's friend.
So far,
But I do know that the family moved out in like a real hurry after something crazy happened.
Well, yeah, they moved out really quick, but they told us because it was like they had a divorce and they had to sell the house.
At the Sedgwick Hotel.
Yeah, that's not the story I remember.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just messing with you. I don't know why they actually moved.
Damn it! You should have kept going. I totally would have. I would have believed anything you said because I was like, "Oh man, are you serious?"
Well, the thing is, like, I got to the point where I was telling the story, and then I was like, what if I'm wrong? And Patrick, like, does all this research, and then my sister calls me up and is like, why is your friend asking me about Vivian? I haven't talked to her since she stole my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. There we go. There's the real reason. But the way you were describing it, like, oh, the family moved out in a hurry, I was like, wait a minute, Tip. They did move out in a hurry. They left all their stuff. But we had to do this whole thing where we gave it back to them over the course of a couple of months, and it was really weird.
Yeah, I don't know anything about... I could ask my sister. I'm actually kind of curious.
Here?
It's a temporary office
Absolutely.
while I'm in town. I came to do some research.
In fact, maybe...
Woke up.
We'd like you to come to our
I'm
lab
not
to
sure
visit
if
the
she'd be
cancer
willing
center.
to, or if you'd be willing to.
Uh-huh.
I'm definitely not sure if Dan would be willing for this to happen. Maybe we could get her on Why Did Ask.
Maybe we can just get Dan to pay for it. That'd be ideal.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
I mean, he's got that Tim Hortons money.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
5 seconds without saying something abrasive. Wanna
Got
try
to earn the big bucks for Burger King.
A duck
Yep.
and a pirate.
Anyway, go on.
But, I'll ask her about it, and I'll let you know, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, we got to...
She'll probably be like, why are you asking about that person?
I want to know more about that house because, yeah, there was... It wasn't malicious. It wasn't anything bad, but there was something definitely going on inside that house. So.
Yeah, and, like, what's weird about it for me is I distinctly remember my sister's friend,
Uh-huh.
and then them not talking anymore. Like, I don't even remember a transition.
Weird.
I just remember this friend used to always come over, and then never again.
All right, Tip. Well, I think we've been going at this for a while now. Would you like to put a little bookmark in here for now?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, man. Well, then I would like to thank all of our viewers for watching this version of Ghostbusting Let's Play. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments, and we'd be more than happy to answer questions about almost anything you could possibly imagine to ask.
I will answer any question asked.
Yes.
Whether or not the answers are coherent, honest, or make any sense, I can't make that. I can't promise that.
Yeah, we can't ask them to. We can't say we're gonna answer anything because be like, what's Why Did Ask For's secret financial situation? Well, you see,
We're all broke and trying to figure out a get rich quick scheme.
no. Who am I trying to convince? Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. That would really help us out. And look forward to many more fun little Ghostbusting adventures with me and Tim.
Yeah, and check out some of the other content too. I mean, we're
It's okay. It's all right. Not as good as
we're
this, but
everyone's doing a bang up job, I think.
yeah, they're definitely banging. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Maybe, yeah.
No. Okay. Bye.
I caught myself.